Play ball! Play ball with Babe Ruth! Play ball with the Navy! The United States Navy brings you the adventures of Babe Ruth. And here to tell you about the immortal Babe is the man who knew him so well, his pal, the popular sports reporter, Steve Martin.
One of the roughest, toughest, and greatest ball players of all time once said to the big fellow,
"This league is too small for both of us, Babe. One of us has to go, and it's going to be you."
We'll bring you the exciting story in just a moment. But first, here's an important message. The Navy Medical Corps is one of my favorite subjects. I know about that grand outfit from personal experience. In looking after the health of the men and women in our Navy, the Navy Medical Corps enjoys a reputation for outstanding professional efficiency. Of equal importance, however, is the advanced training, the wide research opportunities the Navy makes available to its medical officers. Navy doctors who desire to specialize in any phase of medicine, be it plastic surgery, public health, or pure research, they're given every possible financial and professional assistance. The Navy knows that better trained doctors mean healthier citizens. Not just in the Navy, but throughout America. Stimulating lifetime careers as Navy medical officers await qualified medical school graduates. Full information about a career in the Navy Medical Corps may be obtained by writing to the Bureau of Medicine and Surgery, Navy Department, Washington 25, D.C.
How can one find out all about it, Steve?
It's very simple, Jack. Just write to the Bureau of Medicine and Surgery, Navy Department, Washington 25, D.C.
And now back to Steve Martin and the adventures of Babe Ruth.
Until Babe Ruth hit 60 home runs and crowded everybody else off the sports pages, Rocky Farr, the Tigers' great, rough, tough shortstop, never let on that the big fellow existed. And then one day in Detroit, Babe raced around second base on a long hit, trying for a triple. But as he turned second, Farr gave him the hit, knocking him off balance, and the big fellow was thrown out at third. Babe picked himself up and walked back to Farr. There was fire in his eyes.
Don't you ever do that again, Rocky.
Why? What'll you do, big noise?
I'll fix your wagon, but good.
Go on, don't make me laugh.
You heard me. You give me the hip again, and I'll pay you back for all the dirt you've been dishing out all these years.
How about trying it right now?
Okay,
The big fellow cocked his right hand, and Rocky Farr put up his hands. But then, while I, the fans, and all the players watched, Babe suddenly swung around and walked back to the dugout.
Go on, you yellow punk. Beat it!
Babe, I couldn't believe it. How come you let Rocky Farr rub your nose in that dirt today? You never backed down in a fight before.
Oh, I know how it is with Rocky, Steve. He's sore because I'm getting all the headlines and awards that he used to get.
Well, sure,
So
but
let him pop off. Why should I tangle with him and get fined?
Now, wait, Babe. You tangled with guys who didn't say half what Farr did. And who didn't give you the hip, either.
Yeah, I know, Steve, but not anymore. I've kind of grown up since that dinner.
Dinner? What dinner?
For the sports writers last winter at the New York Elks Club. You remember.
Well, I was on the coast last winter.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was on the carpet a couple of times last season, you know, for losing my head and getting into scraps. It was a tough race, and we were all keyed up. But at this dinner, Senator Jimmy Walker made a speech right at me.
Babe, no athlete, or any man, ever had the influence with the youngsters of America that you had. They look up to you as their hero and try to pattern themselves after you. That's a tremendous responsibility, babe, and you've got to live up to it. If you don't, you're letting all those kids down.
See what I mean, Steve? If the kids who think I'm pretty big stuff read about me brawling or breaking the rules, well, they're liable to do the same thing.
Well, that's fine, Babe, but if you let Rocky Farr push you around, everyone will think you've turned yellow.
Oh, no, they know better.
And there's another thing. The team folded today. They lost their fight when Farr pulled your nose and got away with it. They've been playing below par anyhow, and if you, their big gun, starts making like a doormat, The Yankees are finished.
You're way off base, Steve. We haven't hit our stride yet. But we will. And we'll win the pennant again.
You'll see.
But this was one time the big fellow was wrong. In the 6th inning the next day with Detroit, the score was tied when Sewell and Babe both singled. Huggins flashed the steal sign, and Sewell and Babe both set sail. The big fellow hit the dirt and had the throw beaten. But Rocky Farr blocked him off the bag, then slammed the ball on his head and practically knocked him out. The big fellow staggered to his feet, raging.
Why, you ought to knock your block off, Farr.
Why don't you try it?
I'll come in spikes first next time. I'll cut you in ribbons.
You haven't got the guts. You're a phony blowhard, Babe, and I've got your number.
Believe it or not, the big fellow took that from Rocky Farr, too. And right then you could see the spirit ooze out of the Yankees like air out of balloons. They dropped that game and the next two with Rocky Farr riding them high, wide, and handsome. And they continued to lose. By August, the world's champs were in 5th place. And I saw a news flash in my office that sent me rushing to the Yankees hotel. But when I got up to the big fellow's room, I found Manager Huggins there, and Hug was fit to be...
That's a fine thing. My pal. I make you captain of the team. I trust you. And you pay me by sticking a knife in my back.
What the deuce are you talking about, Hug?
Don't give me that innocent stuff, Babe. You know and I know why the club's in 5th place.
Well, sure, we aren't hitting. And we aren't getting the pitching. I don't know why, unless it's said we were overconfident and started to coast after winning 2 flags.
Yeah, that's what you told the reporters. Well, it listens good, but not to me. We're down because you knocked the spirit out of the club. We're down because you want it that way.
What? Hey, now, look here, Hug. I don't know what this is all about, but I don't like your talk.
It's straight talk, not double talk like yours. I just wanted you to know that I'm hip to what's going on, even if you have licked me. As far as I'm concerned, Babe, you can go to blazes, and I hope you can live with your conscience.
Steve, do you know what Hug meant?
Well, sure, Babe. When you laid down to Rocky Farr in Detroit and went on being a tame tabby cat, you took all the fight out of the club. Hug thinks you did it on purpose, to knock the Yankees out of the pennant race.
What? Has Hug gone crazy?
Not exactly. Practically everyone picked the Yanks to win the pennant again this year, you know.
I know, but...
And when they started slipping, the Wolves began howling for Hug's scalp. They'll probably get it, too. The front office hinted that unless the club takes a big brace, Hug will be fired at the end of the season.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. And get this, Babe. A Detroit paper today says you may be the Yanks' next manager.
Me?
Uh-huh. And they quote a Detroit player as saying you told him before the season opened that you intended to be the Yankee manager and that Hug was washed up.
Well, that's a lie, Steve. I never said anything like that.
Well, I know you didn't. But that was the story.
What Detroit player said that about me, Steve?
He isn't named, but the paper says he's a star.
Rocky Farr. He must have said it. He's hated my guts ever since I began getting more publicity than he does.
Well, that's my hunch, too, Babe.
Oh, dirty, no good. Wants me to get loused up. Jimmy Walker was wrong. You can't be a nice guy in this game.
Sure you can, Babe, but being a nice guy doesn't mean being a sucker.
I should have seen that for myself, Steve. Hey, it's 12:30. Detroit is here today, and I want to have a little talk with Rocky Farr before the game. There's Rocky Farr now, Steve, just coming out of the batting cage. Farr! Hey, Rocky! Come here. Yeah? What do you want, babe? Did you ever hear the story about the worm that turned?
Meaning what?
Meaning that starting today, you'd better be a good boy. Don't pull any rough stuff on me, or on anyone else. Because if you do, I'm coming after you.
You and who else?
Just me. And that'll be plenty.
Okay, you've said your piece, now I'll say mine. This league is too small for both of us, big boy. One of us has to go, and it's going to be you.
You're going to find out different, pal. Today.
Yeah, peanuts, get your peanuts,
I was breathing hard when I got up to the press box, and it wasn't because of the climb. Something was going to happen, something big, and I wasn't sure of the outcome. In the third inning, with Babe on first with a walk, the hit-and-run sign was flashed. The Yankee hitter bounced one between first and second, and the throw went to Rocky Farr, who was covering the Keystone sack. It was a perfect double-play setup for Detroit. But as Rocky pivoted to throw to first, he saw Babe charging up the line. Rocky's lips curled back, and I caught my breath as he cocked his arm. I knew he was going to throw it at the big fellow's head, and from that face-to-face distance, he could kill him. But just before he let the ball go, the big fellow crashed into him like a ton of bricks. and knocked him flying into center field. Rocky lost the ball, and by the time he recovered it, Babe came all the way into score with the Yank behind him right on his heels.
Oh, you Bambino! Hey, Rocky! Hey, tough guy! How do you like it?
Rocky Farr was waiting under the stands for the big fellow after that game, as every reporter in the press box and every player on both clubs knew he would be. The big fellow kind of grinned, though, when he saw him.
You still need convincing, huh, Rocky?
I'm going to send you to the hospital, Babe.
Oh, no, you're not, Rocky. Your tough guy days are all over, as I'm going to prove to the boys here. So...
Shut up and fight! It'll be a pleasure!
That fight should have drawn $20 ringside prices. It was a honey. Both boys went down half a dozen times, and both of them were bleeding. But the one who stayed down at last was Rocky Farr.
Attaboy, Babe! That finishes him!
I don't think Rocky Farr will steal any more games from us, Hug. And I don't think you'll have to worry any more about the Yankee spirit. As a matter of fact, we might still win this pennant.
Well, if we do, Babe, it'll be because of you. I want to apologize for what I said to you this morning. I found out it was Rocky Farr who put out those statements.
Sure it was, you dummy. Now maybe all you guys will let me alone.
All right, Babe. You can go on back to being a nice guy.
Hey, Steve Martin. Thanks again for a most exciting adventure of Babe Ruth.
You're certainly welcome, Jack. Now you college men. If you can qualify young men, you can be an important part of a great American team, an all-American team, the select team of naval aviators patrolling the 7 seas, flying from carriers and far-flung ocean bases, living and making aviation history. It's a great life, a stimulating life with good pay, real opportunity for advancement, with challenges enough to stir the spirit of anyone. Today, the United States Navy is offering officers' commissions and the world's best flight training to healthy young Americans. It'll pay you to find out more about the Navy's flight training program. If you've had 2 or more years in college, you're eligible to become a member of this great Navy flying team. Get full information about the Navy's Aviation Cadet Training Program from any Navy recruiting office, or write to NAVCAD, that's N-A-V-C-A-D, Washington 25, D.C.
Yes, get full information about the Navy's Aviation Cadet Training Program from any Navy recruiting office, or write to NAVCAD, that's N-A-V-C-A-D, Washington 25, D.C. Now, Steve, what have you got for us for next week?
Well, next week, Jack, I'm going to tell you about the time the big fellow defied superstition and his own teammates and took on a gigantic job that almost wrecked him.
The Adventures of Babe Ruth is written by Ben Peter Freeman, produced by Woody Close, directed by Ronald Dawson, and presented by the United States Navy.